Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. Welcome to a new deck profile. This is my Dinomorphia deck profile, about mid-Dune format now. Dune's been out for a little bit, and this is the best deck that I have found in the new format for me to play personally. The deck's super good right now, and I'll go through the combos. I haven't played this at my locals, only remote dueling, because I don't want anybody to see the spice I'm coming up with. So, without further ado, we'll get into this deck profile. I probably will see it, people play at my locals, like they're subscribed to this channel anyway. So, you know, you're probably going to see this next local, so be prepared. We play three Dinomorphia Theresia. She's the starter. She is the marinator of this deck, so she sets a trap card directly from deck. The only thing that really stops her is imperm or effect failure. So. Theresia is super good. She also bounces if she's destroyed by battle or card effect. And this one does the same thing, because there's only two of them. 3 Dinomorphia Diplos. If no one will special summon, this one will foolish a Dinomorphia card, and if popped by battle or card effect, it will summon the other one from graveyard. You can only summon them from graveyard, so they must be in there prior. Then next of all, you play 1 Miscellaneous Source. Miscellaneous Source is super good for a lot of things, but more particularly keeping my monsters unaffected. So if I do set up, you know, a board where I'm like super poly friendly, just send that off. That way they're protected for the turn. So rather do that. Next of all, we play 3 Wannabe. This is a card that I potentially was going to cut, but left it in there, and this card's just super huge anyway. Once you set up your board, if you've got like 1 or 2 spots for spells and traps, send this, sends for cost, due to ruling. So, you will always get to resolve this effect if they allow it to go off in hand, if they don't have a negate for it. So, it's kind of nuts. You can't beasteel it, can't DD Crow it. It's like D-Shifter, it's kind of nuts. And then 3 Ash Blossom. I'm not yet sold on Droll. I believe Ash is probably the best way to go right now, because like nobody's playing it right now, and like if you hit them with like Ash, especially decks like Branded, Labyrinth, those sort of decks, you will shut them down, or if you know where to Ash, you'll kill it. 3 Fossil Dig, because we obviously have to get to Theresia one way, shape, or form, so Fossil Dig is a good way to do it. Not once per turn, so if you get multiple copies, you can start burning. Last spell, it's called By the Grave, because we don't not like Ash Blossom, but we do have ways around it, so pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty cut and dry. 3 Dinomorphia Domain. We're still playing this card, because it's literally the best Dinomorphia card, literally, because although they are during the main phase effects, like it's a fusion summon from deck, so like super good. It also avoids effect damage, so all the Dinomorphia normal traps, they can avoid effect damage by banishing them from the graveyard. 3 Dinomorphia Frenzy. The Dinomorphia Frenzy is like literally same card, except summons from, it can send from the extra deck, which means you can get into your actual extra deck monsters a lot quicker. So Frenzy is good. The reason we play these 3 is if one gets Ash, fire off the other one and get one off. That's literally all that matters. Most of the time you got protection, so it doesn't really matter. Like cards like this. Dinomorphia Intact. Dinomorphia Intact is the monster negate. It is a counter trap as well, so that makes it even better. And also you can banish this card from the graveyard, and you will not take battle from one battle that turn. We play 2 Dinomorphia Sonic. Sonic is like not the most important one, but like you still gotta be able to get to this card like endlessly, because you want to have a spell and trap negate plus potential gain can become either the monster negate or the spell negate, spell and trap negate. So it's kind of cool. You can good way to get through Dark Ruler, and then you can banish it to get out of evenly. Kind of nice. And then for your one-ofs, you play Alert and Brute. So, was gonna up this to 2 last second, but didn't. And then Alert. Always good at 1. Originally, when I first played this deck, I believe I played these at 2. Maybe I've always played this at 1. But I know I played this for 2 for sure. It's not good if you see this card. So, kind of just want to search it out. Certain game states, like you'll go into this card, but not very often. Again, these are the normal traps, so they have the avoiding effect damage stipulation. Then we play 3 infinite impermanents, kind of standard. Target negate, like planet trap deck. I need it. You play 3 solemn judgments. Judgment is like super important in this deck, especially since you get your life points in half, which is what you want to do anyway. Don't want a lot of life points. We play 2 solemn strike. Still dealing with the rare solemn strikes. And then we play 2 ferret flames. Ferret flames is probably the best card in this deck. I almost thought about putting it 3 because this card's so damn good, but there's times to where the card just doesn't do the work, so I can't cut engine for it, so it's not gonna happen. We'll get into the extra deck. Before we do the side, I'll do like always, and I will go back to front. Front is where my most powerful monsters are. The back is where my least important are. So I play Dolgia, or Dolka, or Dolgia, what the hell? We play Dolka simply because it is a monster negate. And like this card is ridiculous. Not once per turn, like just whenever one goes off. We play Lagia, which is a spell and trap negate. This is also not once per turn, but you got detach 2, so it's basically a once per turn effect. Play Zodiac Bobor, play Zodiac Chakanine, only to get into Jewel Driver Vespanito. Vespanito is a super good card. I believe maybe I used to play Zeus in this, but we don't play it anymore. Literally just not that important, so with that is all of the Xyz monsters that we do play in the deck that are like really non-important. So next of all, we play 3 Stealth Bergia, like super important card. Doesn't really come up a whole lot, but I had games remotely that I played here recently where I've went into this, kind of like shotgun it out. Kind of nuts because you can make your opponent super poly before you even hit your frenzy, which is kind of nuts. So 3 Stealth Bergia is the way to go. Of course, we play 3 copies of the main one, 3 Kinchagina. I think you're starting to see a trend here with these Dinomorphia cards. We use cards that use monsters in the extra deck, so we have to have plenty of Dinomorphia extra deck monsters in order to pull most of our combos off, and if you get in the side deck, you'll see why we do it. We play 3 copies of Dinomorphia Rexturn, which is super important. Really good card. So I do recommend, playing this card at 3. Also, again, you need more targets, so the more Dinomorphia cards you can have, the better. So we play 3 Rexturn. Plus, this guy just got a, I don't know if you guys have seen the Megatins, but this guy's got a prismatic print, so I'll be picking those up. I believe it's September 9th, and then you play the one of the boy, the card that still comes up today, like a Kid Punisher, because anytime you pull into this card, you just automatically win. Like ridiculous, like how good that this card actually is. So with that, we will get into the side deck. I will not do combos. If you guys would like to see the combos, let me know in the comments down below, and I will get to you. This one we will start from front to back. So we will start off with 3 evenly matched. Pretty standard for any build you go to. This is everybody's sideboard, everybody's main deck now. Like, card's super good. 3 evenly is the way to go. Pair that up with 3 Dark Ruler, you can break any board in the game. Super good. And to make sure you can do it, play 3 anti-spell, so you can bust through any board. Any potential cards they draw into is very difficult. Now here's where things get spicy. So I'm currently on 2 Gozen match right now. Gozen match is cool because all of our Dinomorphias are dark. If you didn't already know that, all of the Dinomorphia monsters are dark attributes. So I'm just dropping cards there. Kinda neat. So if you lock them under Gozen, you're not locking yourself. It just restricts your extra deck a little bit, but you don't go into most of those plays anyway, so that portion of it doesn't really matter. So Gozen match is like super clutch to go into. So I recently started adding it, and then pair that up with Rivalry of the Warlords, and you really can't do much against any, like, they can't really do much against you because, again, you're all in darks and they're all dinos. So it restricts, again, the psychic Punisher play on both ends, but it doesn't matter if you're winning the game. Then for the last side deck card we play 1 Brute, because this card oddly comes up sometimes. It all depends. Cast here, we're siding this in. Branded, side this in. Right, we'll side this in just so we can remove stuff. Because if I think they got smashers or double cross, I'll side this in. Well, I'll actually go to this, try to see this more than often. Get this fired off, pop a Dinomorphia, and pop that card before we get to the end phase. Brute's super good. That's what I was saying. I don't know if I ever played 2 in the main, but I really would like to. I just don't have the room for it. So it's a side deck card for now. But yeah, the deck's super good, performs super well. If you're wondering like what the actual standings are in